sometimes even for me, the idea of reading a book, reading a novel, reading a screenplay seems daunting. I think, oh, I read so much already. But you know, it's wonderful to read the words on the page. And for the hero archetype assignment, it is required. You have to be able to prove to the reader the dialogue or the descriptions that you are proving in your essay. So, I want you to just think of this as a wonderful learning curve, and this is just exciting and something that you will be able to take into conversation with your folks and your friends. You know, I've been reading the definitive text. A definitive text is the text that is acknowledged as the primary source for that title. For example, if we look at the script of Hamlet, there are hundreds of versions of Hamlet. So which one will we use? We'll use the definitive text. And we'll look for that in just a few minutes. The first thing you want to do when looking for a definitive text is contact the library. The library is a wonderful resource. Then there is a database of movie scripts that you can find here, and it shows you all the different free databases for film scripts, for episodic scripts, and yes, you do need that script. If it's an episodic, you're going to need the pilot script, and you're going to need the script of whatever episode or episodes you are using in your hero analysis. If it's a novel, then we want to find the novel that is the definitive text. And then if it is a stage play, we want to find that stage play, and that process does not have to take 1,000,000 hours. It can be very fast to find the definitive script. Have you ever read a movie script? They are so much fun to read. When you read on the page, a character says no, and the other character says yes. And then you realize that those are just words on the page, and then you watch how that plays out in the episodic episode or in the movie. It is fantastic. So really think about enjoying this. These are some links to get some free ebooks. And so this is also a resource for you. So let's try to find two ourselves as examples. Okay, so if I'm going to look for Hamlet, I'm not going to look for it in Middle English. That's crazy. Not for our purposes here. So I'm going to type in definitive text, Hamlet PDF, Modern English, and there it is. If I'm going to be writing about Breaking Bad, the episodic series, then I simply type in script, because there won't be a definitive or alternative. There's only going to be a definitive, because Breaking Bad is a current thing. It's not like a classic piece of literature like Hamlet. So there it is. There's the pilot script. Then if I'm going to be using a different episode, then I need to know which one it was. Which episode 42, whatever it is. All right? So now I've got my scripts. It didn't take but 2 seconds to find that. The more challenging titles to find is something like The Scarlet Pimpernel. And I have found that if I type in the magical letters PDF, I am very likely to find that title. And there it is in my favorite of all of the free download sites, Gutenberg. So there it is. And I can find several other copies of it here. Remember, when I start off on a project like this, the first thing I do is contact the library. We are so lucky to have librarians who care, who get excited about the project you're working on, who can help you find resources and materials that you need to write your essay. They're wonderful. So that's the first place I start. And while I'm waiting for the librarian to be able to get back to me from the email that I used to contact them, I can always go out and find the definitive text myself. And I can also go find the SparkNotes review or another review of the piece of literature that I've chosen, so that I have a good working knowledge of what the essay is going to be about, so that the librarians can help me. This is a wonderful assignment. Remember, always find the definitive text.